What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at another of the limited edition runs by Great Lakes Disc this year. Today it's the CryZtal Flex Scorch, and boy, I am saving the best for last. And as always, I do want to thank Great Lakes Disc and all the wonderful individuals over there who make these limited runs possible, because they give us all these really unique plastic types and combinations. If you haven't shopped from Great Lakes Disc before, you are in for a treat. Great customer service, great selection on plastic, fast shipping. They truly are the gold standard for disc golf retailers. Now, getting back to the CryZtal Flex Scorch, with the profile, it has a semi-dome to it which runs in line with most other plastic types of the Scorch, compared to the MJ stamped ESP, which came as both a mixture of semi-dome and also very flat and extremely beefy. Additionally, if you're wondering about the flex, as you can see, there is a lot of flex in this disc. So let's go ahead, take a look at the flight, and as you can see, at least from the first shot here on a hyzer, it holds the hyzer very well. It doesn't flip up to flat, fly straight, and then hyzers out as it stalls. It just holds that nice arcing hyzer throw, and when thrown flat, that's when you get the really nice straight flight out of it, with a very decent overstable hyzer finish at the very end. Where I really like the CryZtal Flex Scorch is when you throw it on a slight anhyzer line, because it is workable in the mid-flight. Unlike some of the other runs of the Scorch, you can get it to hold on these anhyzer lines, but then it has just enough stability where it'll try to level itself out. If you give it enough air, it's gonna fight its way out. But even if you have a lot of torque, it's not going to turn into an incidental roller. It's going to level itself out, and then depending on how much air, it will either land with a very flat finish, or you're going to get that nice predictable late hyzer back. So for those of us who are slower arms, this is going to be just a really nice, straight flying, decent headwind fighting driver that is going to have a good finish. Also, it is going to be a disc that we can get to flex, but we're going to have to put it either really hard on a flat line or throw it on a slight anhyzer line to get that flex flight. However, we don't have to worry about it turning into a roller. Now, if you're a bigger arm, this is kind of more the flight you're going to be able to expect. Big sweeping turns that just at the very end of the flight, it's going to pan out. That's when you have a lot of torque and put a lot into the disc. That's the kind of flight you're going to be looking at. And if you give it height, it's going to be something more like that big anhyzer shot. Again, nice big sweeping turn with a decent amount of late flight stability to fight its way back. Now let's go ahead and see how does the CryZtal Flex Scorch stack up against other plastic types of the Scorch. And when compared to the ESP, as you can see, the ESP is a lot more understable. The CryZtal Flex wanted to hold very straight, and then at the very end of the flight, it hyzered back. The ESP had a lot of turn and sneaky late stability. The stock Z, that line you can really see how much turn it had in that mid-flight, but still a decent amount of turn back. And then you have those flat ESP MJ Scorches, which are not Scorches. I swear, they're like a seasoned force. They are just so absolutely straight with a huge monster finish, a lot of torque resistance to it. So if you're looking for a Scorch that's very straight but still workable in the mid-flight with a sneaky late amount of stability, say if the first run Z, the ESP is just a little bit too flippy for you, take a look at the CryZtal Flex. Not only is it great in colder conditions, so it's perfect for those winter bags, but even still for people who have like even smaller hands like me, because it's so gummy and so flexible, we can flex the rim so that way it makes it extremely comfortable in the hand. Can't say enough great things about the CryZtal Flex Scorch. It is an incredible disc to throw. I'm so happy that I got the opportunity to throw this because it's a lot of fun, and I know a lot of you are really going to enjoy it. Thank you all so much for viewing this video. If you want to see more of this content, please smash that subscribe button and hit that like button. Also, if you haven't checked out Great Lakes Disc, go do so today. They are phenomenal, as I mentioned earlier. You will not be disappointed. As always, huge shout out to my sponsors, Discraft, Discraft, and Riverside. If you want to follow me, I am also on Instagram, so you can definitely check me out there. Till next time, everyone, keep banging them chains.